Hey y'all, Style J here. It was just something that was on my spirit and I just wanna address it. I just wanna say if you constantly find yourself throwing events, that celebrating your success, and it could be anything. It could be that you just launch your new online business, you just launch your online boutique, you just launch your book, you just launch a play or anything of that matter, and you find yourself having these events for people to come out, to support you and stuff like that. And if you see in the audience that it's the same family members, it's the same group of friends or no friends, and if you constantly find yourself, seeing this, stop throwing them. At that point, you have to be able to find another route for support. And some people might not agree, but I agree. I believe the most genuine support you will receive is from strangers. Seriously, because some of them family members or little friends that you have at events may or may not, be genuinely there for you. Sometimes your biggest fan, your biggest hater can be in the front row seat just to see what you're doing, just to keep tabs so that they can see how if you're a fail or not. I stopped doing them events and I became real private about what I do. Because people don't want to see you shine. And I know it's so cliche, but it's the truth. People really don't want to see you shine. And then what kills me is the folks that you consider and thought was your friend support people who they didn't even know before they support you. They'll share their post before they share your post. And y'all known each other for a little bit. Y'all got close. You know what I'm saying? And it's so real because every time, I'm always giving people advice and stuff like that. And by me being a writer, I'm always encouraging people to become authors and stuff like that. And I give people a lot of information on how to become an author and, writing tips, workshop tips. A lot of those things I do privately to people. You know what I'm saying? I have helped people. I actually, inspired a person to become an author and write her first book, and that meant everything to me. So I'm always talking to people, and I constantly just tell them, stop throwing them events. Wait until your support become a type of support where you have a fan base, where you know that your stuff will have a good turnout, because I just don't think it's fair for you to be able to throw these events, put out all that money for people to have a good time, to be comfortable, and nobody even show money. It was times when I had events where people would come out just to say that they came out to my event, but wouldn't buy the product, wouldn't buy the book, but they just to say that they was there. If your friend had an event and you know it's something that you gotta buy, put your money to the side and buy something. Don't buy the cheapest thing. Buy the most expensive thing. When my friend had a book signing, she had two different type of prices for two different type of books. She had hard copy, soft copy. The soft copy, I believe, was $20, and the hard copy was $25. You know what I did? I bought the hard copy. I bought the most expensive one. The most expensive one. You know what I'm saying? But when people came to my book signing, and they saw my prices was pretty reasonable. I was selling them at bargain at $15 a book. But my pens was, my pens was $1. I custom created pens that should have been at least $5. But I think it was $1 or $2. $1 or $2, one of them. But I had created these little dolls, and the dolls was $5. And I was telling people the prices, they would put it back down. And I just was like, you just went to an entire concert to see Beyonce, and you bought $300, $400 tickets. Somebody you don't know. But you know me. I don't get that. So I stopped having them events. I started moving in silence. I started doing, ooh, it's so many projects that I want to talk to people about, but I can't. I'd rather remain silent. I will. There's a lot of projects coming in 2019, and I can't wait to drop each and every one of them. And I want to do it. I want to complete these projects with people that, for one, don't know me. Cause I'm tired of putting. I don't want to put nobody on that don't support me. I'm not doing it. Period. People want to get put on, but don't even want to know about you. Don't want to know about your projects. Don't want to know about anything. That's okay. Because I know what God doing for me, and I know that I'm going to be good regardless. And it just was not to bash anyone, but this was just it was just on my spirit. You know, I was just on Facebook the other day, and I was just looking at something. So, like, you know, there's just a message for everybody to take it and run with it. 2019. Do what you gotta do, man. I'm Sally J, and I'm out.